Happy 4th of July, everyone. Hope everybody's enjoying their time off. Much needed, much deserved for hard week's work and celebrating the birth of our nation. So let's get into it, man. Let's talk about what this day means. Let's talk about what, um, this day represents, man. This day represents freedom, independence. Independence from, an oppressor. Independence from the grips of another person in control of you. That would mean England, right? For Independence Day, but let's take it beyond that. Let's take it to a point of talking about freedom for people. All right. So speaking in my case, I'm a U.S. sailor, right? U.S. sailor for over 20 years, man. 20 years I've worn that uniform, and I've served our country. Been around the world many times, many places, many cultures that I've experienced, and I come back home and I don't feel free. As a military member, as a father, as a man, as a citizen of this country, I do not feel free, and we're going to get into it. All right. Um, you know, I did a video last time about suicide, right? Suicide and these are the type of feelings that lead up to a person that or lead up that makes a person feel like they need to do that. They need to commit suicide. Maybe they don't feel free, and why is that? Why do they not feel free in a country that celebrates a day called Independence Day? So let's dive into it, man. Let's just take it, from my perspective. All right. You watch my previous videos, I talk a lot about, um, being under the control of Illinois or Cook County Family Court. Okay, and just being in there, being that slave. That's what it feels like. I have a court that's telling me what to do as a father, how to take care of my child. Even though he's 18 now, I'm still being told how to care or how to be a father from a Cook County court. That's not freedom, man. That is not freedom at all. Matter of fact, I wasn't even given the chance to be a father. You know, when the mother wants to go to court and take you for child support and whatever else they can conjure up. And in Illinois, I don't know about other states, but I'm sure there are a lot of similar ones. In Illinois, there's they go along with it, man. It's a money pot, it's a system, right? So once you're in that system, me, um, you're a slave. You're a slave until they tell you, okay, you're no longer a slave. You're free now, right? What kind of life is that? How's that a way to treat someone, especially someone who actually fights for the freedom of this country, has been all over the world and helped people and done patrols and stood the watch, to fight for the freedoms of this country? Tell me that, please, somebody. This is a day that's supposed to be celebrated for freedom, man. And the fact that I am not free, I don't feel much like celebrating. I celebrate because my family wants to celebrate, or my kids want to celebrate. You know, neighbors want to celebrate. Me personally, I don't want to celebrate. Yeah, fireworks are pretty and all, but I don't want to celebrate, man. Um, but how do we do it, man? How do we how do we feel free in a country we're supposed to be feeling free in, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's talk about voting, right? Let's talk about voting. So, as far as politicians, judges, aldermen, congressmen, you name it, right? We need to pay attention to who we're voting for. All right, freedom or voting is a freedom, right? It is a right. You know, people fought for that right to vote. Black people, women, minorities, period, fought for that right to vote. So now we have that right to vote. We need to do our system the due diligence, man. We need to have justice. Don't just go in the voting booth and check off the box and okay. Don't just pay attention to the primary candidates, okay? Don't just say, "Oh, I'm just going to vote Democrat and I don't want to do my research," man. Do your research. Do your research. All Democrats ain't cool. All Republicans ain't cool. Do your research, man. There's some Democrats that I like and there's some Republicans I like, but that's for a different time, different story, different video. All right. But do yourself that justice, man, and do your research, because what that does is that puts people in the right positions to make decisions that you believe in. Okay. For example, a judge, right? We want to put the right people in those seats. We want to put the people that's gonna do right by us. They serve us. We don't serve them. Let's get it straight. All right. We want to put the people in the position to make the right decisions. All right. And I feel like we're failing in that category in this country. We are. Especially in my case, man. That judge had no right to be sitting up, trying my case at all. Her mind was made up before I even walked in that courtroom, and that's just it's BS, man. But that's how it goes when you're dealing with people who are in the seat, who are on the bench, But yeah, nobody's gonna agree all the time. No, you can't please everybody all the time. However, I know we can do better. I know for a fact we can do better. Or we have to do better. Because the way I see this country going, I posted something on Facebook the other day. Our suicide rate is ridiculous in the military. In the Army especially, it's like, we're halfway through the year and, they're in the hundreds already. Like, in the Army alone. That is ridiculous, man. And why are we in that culture right now? Why do we have that suicide culture? Why do we have the rape culture? Like, why, as a culture, we are failing ourselves, man. We are failing ourselves hard. And we need to do better, But that's what freedom's all about. We have the freedom to do that, to make a difference. Let's do that. And let's set ourselves up so that our kids don't have to go through the same things that we're going through. It's ridiculous, man. I fear for my son when he gets older. Like my son that I live with now, I fear for him as a young man growing up. I fear for him when he gets pulled over by the police. I fear for him, when he gets in a relationship with a woman and she no longer likes him and she's going to accuse him of this, that, and the other thing just because she wants to get back at him. And our society, we are trained, let's just keep it where it is. We are trained to believe that damsel in distress, man. And, that goes the same for me, Everybody wants to make the man a victim. Everybody, wants to point fingers at the man. It's his fault, it's his fault, it's his fault. Not all the time, man. Not all the time. But anyway, that's my message to you guys, man. We got to do better. We got to exercise our freedoms better than what we have. So, hope you guys are enjoying your weekend, man. It's a long weekend. I'm hoping to be productive and also take some time off my feet, relax, kick back, watch some TV, watch some movies, do whatever I want to do, So, you guys enjoy your barbecue, your brews, your whatever else you're doing, man. Enjoy your families, and I will see you guys next time. All right.